disinterested factory worker on Spike TV's first original comedy series, and we are very happy to have him here with us. Good morning. All right, so you are obviously an expert in ad-libbing. The show, I guess you could say, is like a cross between The Office and Curb Your Enthusiasm. Is that a good description?
Nicely done. Yes. Yeah, it's an improvised show, and I think the reason that we're getting the factory office thing is because of the name. I think it's like, oh, factory, The Office. Oh, we've seen this show before.
With a little mix of Larry David, and you got a whole thing. So when you do these shows that are not technically scripted, how much really is ad-libbed at the end of the day?
As far as dialogue and everything on this show, it's probably, almost 100%. We do an outline of the show, we write it up, but then it's literally, we're just improvising. It's me and 3 guys from Chicago that worked at Second City, and we've known each other for a long, long time.
So you could read each other's minds at this point. And
yeah.
All right, so we want to show, I know you created it, you're the executive producer. I want to show a clip first, and then we'll come back and talk about it.
Oh, great.
Let's see, an arrested age 14 buying cigarettes at a 7-Eleven. Explain that one.
Went in, got the cigarettes, got arrested.
Married, Gary?
Yes. Yeah, I am.
Uh-huh.
Debbie.
Your wife would miss you if you didn't come home anymore, huh?
On certain days.
Troubles? Because of your drug use?
No, actually because of her. She's a little on the nutty, a little on the bipolar, a little on the, oh, look who we're dealing with today.
That's got to be tough to deal with, Gary. I mean, a wife who kind of flies off the handle, how do you deal with that?
Usually call ahead.
He's a wordy guy. Is that the safest thing to do, is just the less you say, the better when it comes to this stuff?
No, I mean, I think it really feeds into it. I mean, the 2 guys that were there in that clip with me were Joel Murray and a guy named Kenny Campbell, both Second City Chicago guys. And it's literally, there's really no difference between shooting the show and us taking a break.
Right.
The only difference is that they're shooting it.
Right, and you're getting paid.
Absolutely.
And you're,
Yeah.
So you also work a lot with Amy Sedaris and Stephen Colbert. You did a movie together. So you guys had all worked together in Second City as well, right?
That's where we all met, and then actually came here to do a play called Stitches that her brother David Sedaris wrote. So
is it true? I mean, when you start at a place like that, I mean, is everybody really friends, or is there really, obviously all of you guys are funny, but is there, competition?
No, there's a number, limited number of spots.
Yes.
So everybody's vying for a spot, but there's no backstabbing as far as.
But once you're like a graduate, you guys are like a little club of Second City alums.
Yeah.
So to speak, is that a good way to put it?
It's sort of like an odd mafia in a good way.
A funny mafia.
Yes, in a very good, positive way.
Now, you are originally from Tennessee. You're a Southern boy married to a New Yorker.
Absolutely.
Andrea Bendewald.
Yep.
So how did you turn on the charm and get her to be yours?
Well, I'm loving my lady. I'll go ahead and say it. No, I actually met her in Los Angeles. And we were doing a TV show. She came on and played my ex-wife, and I couldn't talk to her at all.
Your ex-wife?
Yeah, and I couldn't talk to her at all. When I saw her, I was like, I said there was a guy named Peter Gallagher, Peter Gallagher.
Yes, we've heard of him.
Hi, Pete.
Big eyebrows.
Yeah, Caterpillar, and he, and she walked in, and I was like, oh, Pete, I'm in so much trouble. And I mean, I just fell in love with her the second I saw her. And then he talked to her all the time for me. And
so it's like high school, like my friend thinks you're cute.
And then she thought he was hitting on her.
So
what's up with
shy.
Pete? Oh yeah, I mean I was just like, it's not good.
Yeah.
It was like when I first met the 2 of you.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, right. We have you speechless, don't we? All right. Well, on that note, we're going to go. But anyway, it's great stuff, and thank you so much for coming in, and the continued success, of course, of the show. And Factory premieres Sunday night on Spike TV, and coming up, Angelina Jolie may be heading to Sin City. Why she would choose that destination?
It's kind of interesting. I think you draw upon like some sort of, when you think about women and you have to turn the page and figure out which one you get. Is that from real life?
It's part of it.
Yeah. That's what my husband says too. All right, up next on the Morning News, put your